What's going on, everyone? Welcome into a mod showcase for the channel. The first one I've ever done because this mod deserves a bit of recognition. This mod is by the amazingly talented, and I'm about to butcher the name, so do forgive me, Muggenstormer. Muggenstormer? I don't know. I don't pronounce German very well. However, he is an amazing mod author. He created the original city ornaments and harbor ornaments, both of which I have used on my channel multiple times in the past through when I did some modded playthroughs. And he has come along and given us the absolutely fantastic City Ornaments 2.0. It is such an awesome mod. I am so thrilled to that it has been released, and I am really thrilled to show it off on the channel right here. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at a couple of things that this mod comes with. The first thing it comes with is going to be some new market stalls. We have, what is this? 4 times 3, what is that? 18 new market stalls right here. Oh no, I can't count. 5, 10, 15. Can't count. 15 market stall variations. These market stalls do act as an actual marketplace as well. And they can be used in all sorts of combinations. As you can see right here, I can place this in that blank spot and create a little scene right there. If I wanted to, I could take this guy right here. They do have a front and back, so you kind of have to find it, and I could do like something like that. So you can combine these things in different ways. It's really cool. So they do act as marketplaces. The only problem is they don't have the same range as a standard market. It's a little bit shorter not by much, maybe about 25% shorter. But it does allow us to have smaller markets that fit more I don't know, just different areas that maybe a full market does not look good in. Now, what we've got right here is something a little special. If we take our regular old standard marketplace, this is our vanilla standard old marketplace. Now, if we hit U, which is the upgrade upgrade hotkey, we now get this version right here, which I am absolutely in love with. Look at that thing. That, to me, fits in a lot better in a village, like a farming village right there. I can fit that in so well in a farming village. I am so excited for that one. It's so cool looking. It's not as nice. It doesn't have the big building. It is simpler. It's just like a bunch of people came in to a little square that has been built, plopped down their market stalls, and are trying to sell some stuff. It's very simple. Now, if we hit U again to upgrade it one more time, then we get this version right here with the spinning angel and the fountains, and it's a very investor engineer heavy sort of market. Even though engineers and investors don't need a marketplace, some people like to have a market just for the look of it, because it does look cool. So I love these options right here. Now, unfortunately, these guys over here do not have any variations to them. Trying to upgrade them does not change them at all. So we can't do anything different about those, but we do have some nice options for the large market. Now let's get into the big meat of this update. Now I am using City Ornaments 1.0 and 2.0. They do come as two separate mod folders when you download City Ornaments 2.0 from the Nexus. The link is of course in the description for that. And I do suggest just tossing both of those in together and using them at the same time. There is one quick word of warning, however, with everything. There is a part of this mod that is not compatible with the ornamental World Fair items from Spice It Up. So if you are using the World Fair items ornamental module in Spice It Up, you do need to delete that, because this mod does have some stuff that won't quite work with it. Now, out of the way, let's get into the meat of what this mod right here has, which is a ton. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new tabs within the worker category right here. Or if you go into sort building by type, I believe they're all going to be broken down like under culture and everything. Yeah, they'll be towards the end of the culture tab if you sort by building type and everything. But I prefer sorting by progress, so let's just look right there. In here, we've got all sorts of categories. We have roads, canals, statues and fountains, potted plants and flowers, city ornaments, fields of any type and colors, as well as fortresses and fields and pastures. Roads, canals, pretty self-explanatory. We have a few different types of roads. We have a new type of cobblestone road that would look really good with engineers and investors. We have this one right here that is going to go along really well with the palace as well. It looks really nice with the palace. And then we have a gravel road right there. Besides that, all sorts of tiles. I just started like plopping down a few random tiles right here. All sorts of plaza tiles just to create really unique plazas everywhere. It's just all sorts of fun little things like that. And then we have what I consider the coolest part of this mod, honestly. And that is this right here. These water channels. These are similar to the water channels from Mbessa, except they don't have to be connected to a river. You can create your own water canal system like this right here. And they connect up. You can even drag roads over top of them, and they will get a bridge. So I thought that was very nice that they do get a bridge. It's the same type of bridge no matter what. So that is, you're not going to get unique bridges for each, but a bridge can be built over top of them. You can also take the tiles and copy and paste them together to create your own lakes, just like you can in Mbessa, but now we get to do that here in the old worlds. And as you can see right here, I made one for showing off right here. He did go through and add in a bunch of foliage around the edges just to make it look even nicer and to kind of hide the sharp edges. So I think that is so cool. Here's another one I was playing with over here. I love it. I think this is great. I can create rivers. I can create lakes. I can create canals for my farming villages. Just, it serves no purpose other than looks. And it is absolutely awesome. The last thing under there, the last few things, is we do have a railed water canal. That is, where did I put that? Where was I playing with that at? Right here. Basically, it's the same thing, and it does connect with these lakes right here. It does connect up with these lakes. So you can create a lake, and then it can transition into... Now, it's not a perfect transition. There's a bit of a seam right there, but it will transition into that the tiled canal. So you could have like a lake around your engineers and investors, and then it could go into a tiled canal going through the main part of town. So it's really cool that you can combine all that stuff. We also have some statues, a little one-fold spout is what he calls it, a bunch of different animals, and then we have a 4-spout, 1x1 tile with 4 spouts right there. So really, really awesome stuff. We're going to be able to create some really cool looking just stuff with that. Just really cool, like, parks and water features and stuff. There's also a little signpost tile that says things like World's Fair, Botanical Garden, Zoo, and so on and so forth on it. So lots of really nice features under there. Statues and fountains, pretty self-explanatory. Most of this was in 1.0. So we got all sorts of little 1x1 statues we can use to decorate our parks and stuff with. 1x1 fountain, which is one of my favorite things in the entire game, is just to have a nice 1x1 fountain, because sometimes that's all you want. Passages, these go over top of roads and can create little entrances into whatever you want it to be, as well as the infamous welcome sign. That welcome sign, I see it in a lot of different people's mods. Canal sections, these are just like the canal sections you get from the World's Fair, except they have a roof or no roof, and they have arches on them. Then we have 2 really nice additions here. We have the Cafe by the Lake. Very, very pretty building right there. Nice little lake with some swans in it, or whatever those are. Swans? Sure, swans. And a boardwalk area with some tables and chairs. I really like it. The coolest thing, though, is this guy right here. Check this out. We have a Mount Rushmore with Beryl got Artur Gasparov, Willie, and Benta, and her hat is a fountain. I love that. But if you shift V it, it turns into a lovely natural rock formation with a waterfall coming off of it. I don't know how he made this stuff, people. I don't know. The guy is a magician. He's a wizard at this point. So, really cool rock feature. The only thing I wish is it did not have that fence around it. If that fence was not around it, I think it would be perfect because I could create like a natural park and everything. So, but even then, I think that is a really cool addition that he put in there. So I'm in love with it. We also have all sorts of benches and seats and advertisements and covered paths. I put a bunch of these fences down so you could look at them. There's a worker's fence, just a picket fence right here. There's a farmer's fence. He calls this an engineer's fence, kind of just a low wall. And then there's just a standard wall, cobblestone wall, an investor's fence. And these are all individual pieces that you can place down and shift V through. So you can shift V through all these different parts. And then right here we have gateway arches for in-game fences. So this is your standard in-game fence with a passable arch. There is the hedge with the grass, and then he even did it for the Christmas hedge. So yeah, really cool. Added all that kind of stuff right there in. I was really happy with all that. That's all under city ornaments. We have fields, all sorts of different types of fields and everything that we can create and place down. Blues, reds, you name it. Horseback riding stuff, riding arenas. This is all in 1.0, but I feel like it needs another mention because it is so cool to have a riding arena in the game. I think that's so cool. And then the one thing people always are asking for is the cemetery. I tossed together a quick one right here. So you can make a cemetery, all sorts of individual pieces for that. Absolutely awesome. This is all under the fields of any type and colors. Is where he decided to throw in the graves and the riding arena stuff. Then we have the fortress. Again, this is all from 1.0, which is the fortress stuff. So you can make your own walls and everything and create your own walled fortress city. And then the grain field, the placeable grain fields and stuff for making, small scenes and stuff. Maybe, someone's small, maybe some small farmer lives out here in the middle of nowhere, but he's got a little field of like a little vineyard next to his house, kind of thing. Something very simple. We can create scenes. That's what the point of a lot of these ornamental mods are for, is creating scenes. So there are so many cool things. There's even something in this mod that I did not cover. I will let you discover that on your own, either through scrolling through images for the mod on Nexus or finding it for yourself, because there's a few extra things that I didn't go over. But this mod has so many awesome things in it. The README goes through the entire thing, and I cannot be more thrilled with this mod and the additions that it's bringing to the game. I plan on adding it to my game very soon and getting stuck in with building and modifying the city and adding all these decorations in. Be sure to check out the mod. The link is in the description, as I said. Give this guy a big shout out and a big hug. If you see him on our community Discord, be sure to tell him thank you. And be sure to leave a comment on his Nexus page thanking him. This is a lot of work that goes into this. He spends a lot of his free time working on these mods, making these stuff for us, and we would not be able to do things like build the cities of our dreams without modders like him. So big shout out to him and a big thank you for all the work he does. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this little mod showcase, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.